turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin. Yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a matchup of two franchise quarterbacks who have done plenty of battles in the NFC South. It's Drew Brees going up against Cam Newton. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden here in the booth. And Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The New Orleans Saints, 4-5 on the year. Drew Brees, their quarterback. He had to go against the Broncos' league-leading defense in Week 10. Did pretty well, all told. 21 of 29, over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Didn't have 2 picks, however.
But he also thought he had the game-winning drive completed, right? Went down and scored with about a minute and a half to go through a touchdown pass, and all they were waiting for was the PAT. It gets blocked in return for 2 points, end up losing the game. Drew Brees, still playing at a super high level, really wants to convert all of that into wins.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now, and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Brees to throw on 2nd down. It's complete. Flainer, right side. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Well, this Panthers defense, they're starting to come into form against the Saints. They gave up 41 points. Then they had to bye. Last 3 games, they've held each opponent to 20 points or less.
I was shocked when the season began and watched people move the ball so well and so successfully against this Panther defense. They were tremendous in 2015. I thought they were the 2nd best defense in the league behind Denver. So when that happened, I couldn't believe it. But now, as you noted, they're really rounding into form. Let's face it, Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis, maybe the best tandem of linebackers in the league.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Brees. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a man who sat out 3 seasons. This is Tim Hightower. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Breeze on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on fourth down. Back deep for the Panthers, Ted Ginn. Here's Ginn. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Carolina coming out onto the field, and Cam Newton, maybe not his best game in Week 10, and they did lose, but he surpassed 20,000 passing yards in his career, 5th youngest ever to do that.
Absolutely impressive, and I think he passed D'Angelo Williams for the most rushing touchdowns in franchise history. He is something else. He's absolutely amazing at times, but he'd give it all back if they could have cashed in on that 20-play drive and made it a 3-score game against Kansas City.
And instead, they fell 20-17. First carry for Jonathan Stewart. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. This is Stewart again. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Kelvin Benjamin has to be a feature of this offense that's on your screen now.
Definitely a #1 receiver, a huge target with some speed. It's almost like go-go gadget when he goes up to get the football. No matter how you defend him, he can go just a little bit higher.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Come on.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's got time. He rifles one that's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
Here's the Panthers defense as they get set to go again. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real, okay? As you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I don't know about you, but for me, it's always nice to see a little bit of redemption for a player. And Mark Ingram had a little bit of a fumbling issue earlier this year, got benched in a game against Seattle, and he's bounced back big since then.
He had just 50 yards, but on 11 carries, so good yards per carry in Week 10. But Week 9, we talked about it last week, he was explosive, 158 and a touchdown.
Message received.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. The play clock's running down. Throwing now is Breeze. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Cooks was the recipient of one of Breeze's touchdown passes against Denver. 98 yards he finished with. Only 3 catches, though.
He knows how to do damage with not many touches. I mean, Brandon Cooks is, from the time I met him at Oregon State, he's been a pro in waiting and the way he goes about his business. But he also got some nice help from his sidekick, Willie Snead, on the other side. He had 2 touchdown grabs as well.
A fresh set of downs in there after. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. John Kuhn taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks for the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On second down, they run with Stewart. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Uptown Charlotte after this timeout.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. This is fielded at the 7. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the ball carrier there, Mark Ingram, in his 6th season now with the Saints.
Yet to have a 1,000-yard season, but any guy who wins the Heisman Trophy, you know the potential's always there.
Yeah, but you're right. Yet to get to 1,000. Had 769 last year in 12 games. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
It's Hightower. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On play action, it's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 46 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, try and hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great. You've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day?
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. We get a look at the Saints defense as they file into position. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. They said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. Now a first down throw for Newton. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Have they come up with a nickname for just Jonathan Stewart? Remember when it was double trouble when he was running with D'Angelo Williams in Carolina? But, boy, what a year he had in 2015.
Yeah, it was just 11 yards shy of 1,000, so close, but kind of stepped out of that shadow, didn't he?
Certainly did, and gave the Panthers a real identity running the ball.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run the option left. And now he'll tuck it and run. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now it's Newton. And the third down pass falls incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that brings up 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. And Cooks has it over the middle. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. Just 1 yard to go here on second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Breeze now on first down. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
Breeze to throw on second down. Surveying the field. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Looking for his tight end Fleeter, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And the inaugural carry here for Fonzie Whitaker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete. Fleener, right side. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. And quickly, they get to the line. Breeze now. Brought in left side by Snead. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And now it's second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Breeze will try again on second down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The intended target there was Tim Hightower. And it's third down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
Now Breeze on third down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offensive unit called the TO. And now we are ready to resume play. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you now to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Panthers trail right now, but with another half to play, there's time to turn it around. The Saints deserve to be ahead, but will need to put together another strong half. All right, let's roll the highlights. Third down at the 21. The pass ends up being picked off. Saints defense gets off the field with the turnover. Now follow-up play drive goes for a touchdown. The Saints strike first in this one. Saints line up at the 46. 6 yards later, he's going in for the score. That puts them on top by 14.
For quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Let's see if that script is a good one for them. They start the third quarter on the ground with Stewart. A gain of 3, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And Dixon over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down. So still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Stewart on 1st down. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
There goes Jonathan Stewart. Napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now Hightower. And he cuts it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Tim Hightower, 82 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Now Stewart, and he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Carolina. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken around the 12. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offense coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Quick ball to rookie James Bradbury. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They keep it on the ground. Again to Stewart. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 3rd down and 3.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
When Nick Fairley's on his game, he is your prototypical defensive tackle who can make disruptive plays. Great hands, really good quickness.
Get loud. I want to hear you.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So no problems there with that one as they're able to put 3 up on the board.
Yeah, it's pretty much a winless night. There's only a very light breeze, so it's a perfect night for kickers. And like you said, no problems with that one.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic 1st down.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Okay, that incompletion gives me a chance to get your thoughts on Cleveland. Is there a win on that schedule for the Browns?
I think that there is, because I just don't see this team as an 0-16 team. There is talent there. Obviously, Joe Thomas at left tackle, Joe Hayden at corner, and they've got some players on the squad. But the bottom line is, when you have this bad momentum going, how do you reverse it? You know the game I'm identifying? San Diego coming to Cleveland Christmas Eve. Long trip, warm weather team going into the cold of Cleveland. That could be the one. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he's got Snead. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And he rifles one incomplete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series. 3rd and 13. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st down, Breeze. Lofting one in there. That's complete to Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They come out here in the eye. This is Hightower. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Tim Hightower, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Second and 10. Newton again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Again, Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
They're going to run. This is Stewart. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there at 22. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
Breeze now on 1st down. They go screen. This is Ingram. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Breeze. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his second touchdown of the night. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's Newton now on second down. And caught left side, Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and then...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. On first down, it's Newton. He's got time in the pocket. Benjamin with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Newton to throw, finding time, and out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drill.
And that'll be caught. Panthers touchdown. It's Benjamin with a grab. Kelvin Benjamin, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They run with Hightower. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a New Orleans first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They go again with Hightower. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A recent memory, the Panthers have made uptown Charlotte a very tough place to come into and get a victory. But they were able to get that done in this one. Not an easy task.
In their sprint to the Super Bowl in the 2015 season, they didn't lose a game in this stadium. So this is a monumental achievement to roll in there and beat the Panthers.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.